Why, hi there. This is your old friend Eshkalar, the world's greatest Canadian wizard. You can tell I'm Canadian because I know two things that you don't, and I'm not going to tell you. And if you don't know why that's funny, then you're not Canadian. So today, I'm here to talk about the difference between the two poles of the ethical compass, law and chaos. Now, law is the organization of objects out of randomicity, okay? What some people call the void, or the primordial black hole, or whatever they call it. Anyway, that's randomicity. Now, order takes that randomicity and it creates structure, and it creates laws, and it creates rules of function. But it only goes so far. You see, if you follow law far enough, it comes back to chaos. It does. And get this. When a person is created, gradually he grows or she grows in the body of his or her mother, and grows, and from this order comes order. An organized creature, a creature of high potential function. Many little tasks all coming together to create one purpose. Excuse me, I've been spending too much time in my coffin. Thank you very much. Well, don't mind him, he's co-paying the rent. Anyway, when there's a problem for law in the cosmic metaphysical sense, an archon appears. Law has archons. An archon is a temporary personality that is created from whatever the tensions are on the site to deal with an overriding metaphysical magical problem of chaos. Now, an archon doesn't remember the last archon, and it isn't the last archon, but it is. If you can predict personality based on experience, then you can tell exactly what that archon's going to be. He's going to think, I'm real and original, and I'm a personality that law has created just to do this purpose that makes me special. And he's the same guy every time. He's like this tall, wide-shouldered, cowboy-looking guy in a white hat, you know. Boring. So anyway, so when there's a problem for law, law creates an archon on the spot. All right? Now, chaos is disorder and randomicity. Let's take that human analogy again. Huh? Now, the human analogy, that human gets born and even then increases in order. The magnitude of his order increases until he becomes a very, or she becomes a very ordered substance, a creature. As I said, millions and millions of processes all taking place in the same place so that one mind can be carried through the galaxy on a voyage of exploration and disillusionment. So, when chaos needs somebody on the scene to, deal with a law problem, and I'm not done with that analogy, by the way, I'll come back to it. But when chaos needs somebody on the scene to deal with a law problem, chaos doesn't have to produce an archon like law does. That's exactly the same every time. How can you stop from killing yourself? Instead, chaos already has agents wandering the universe. They're called icons. Icons of chaos. Like Dairon the Mighty, the ultimate icon of chaos. And Eshkalar, your old friend Eshkalar, me. Yeah, that's right. I'm an icon of chaos. And you couldn't tell. That's because you didn't see I'm not wearing pants today. That's right. I'm wearing sweats. So, anyway, when chaos has a problem, well, that icon just happens to be in the zone. He just happens to be there, or she. There are some female chaotic icons. I'll bet some of you people have met one. Anyway, and so there is always a chaotic icon on site to deal with a law problem, whereas law has to take the basal tension of the universe and do work to create an archon. It isn't fair. It just isn't fair. It takes energy out of the basal tension of the universe that could have been used to produce greater chaos. Now, let me go back to that human analogy As a human grows and grows in function also, he or she becomes more orderly, right? More random elements combined to create that body and to create that personality and to do all those things that a human does. But then that human starts to get older. And older is the introduction of randomicity. It is. In your protein strands in your DNA, the end caps start to wear away in multiple reproductions. And then, wait, this is science now, which is law. And I know law, but they don't know chaos. I'm so much greater than they are. So anyway, these end caps start to warp and disappear as a multiplicity of replication takes place until eventually there is no end cap left. And when it is gone, then there is still dissolution at the ends of the DNA chain, and you lose data. And so the next replicant isn't as good, or isn't the same, or is significantly degraded, which is why your hair turns gray, and why your skin starts to wrinkle, and why you get older. And, why that's unfair. Because I looked, but Dawn doesn't get any older. Why do I have to get older? Just because she's rich, she doesn't get any older. That's not fair. I wrote a novel about it. It's called, which one is it? It's called The Hero's Journey. And it's available in case you're interested. I mean it. It's a novel about Madonna and why she lives forever. You think I'm joking? I'm Eshkalar. I always joke, but I'm serious here. So anyway, as you age, you get more random. As the proteins break down, as the replications become less and less precise, you become more random. Randomicity is introduced again into that organized human paradigm until it becomes more and more disorganized and more disorganized and more disorganized, and then you die. Your body falls to the ground. And then slowly, unless you're in a city, in which case they eat you, and then slowly it returns to the environment. It increases in randomicity still until it is just molecules and atoms spread through the environment once again. And possibly dropped by the feces of other animals. But you get the point. So, and then, wait. Then when a new species arises and comes from nothing on some random world somewhere, right? Random again. There you go. It gradually achieves order and becomes more and more ordered, and it becomes an organized creature again. And, the elements are worked around and around and around the circle. And chaos understands this circle, but law does not, which is why chaos is superior to law. You scientists should all go back to being magicians, which is what you were in the first place. Check with Queen Elizabeth. She had a court magician who would now be considered a scientist. And learn chaos, because you don't know it. You only know law. And then you state, chaos says we can't predict the rotation of this particle when it passes through a filter. That's just a law you don't know because you're dumb. That's all. Okay, that's all I had to say here today is that scientists are dumb and that chaos rules. Have a nice day.